eyes. No one in their right mind wants to be in that position. And so that's why, it's in everybody's best interest in these types of environments to be an upstanding person. And you can get rich and you can make money without taking advantage of people and lying to people and being deceitful. You can actually make more money by being honest and being transparent. So anyways, go ahead, Rich.
Well, no, I mean, I totally agree. And honestly, I think this kind of vindicates you and a lot of the shit that you've taken over the last few months with saying some of the things you've said about the team. And, now that all this has come to light, like, I appreciate you and I appreciate everything you've done. My question, is obviously, Mine, Pond, Earn, Pepe. The projects seem to be pretty intertwined. I've got bags of both. So I'm just curious on what your thoughts are long term.
That's a question that's too difficult to answer. I don't know what you mean when you say, what are my thoughts long term?
I guess, does this change anything for you?
I don't know. What would it change for me?
It's a good question.
Well, maybe you should think about that before you ask it. I mean, and I'm not trying to be a dick or anything.
Yeah.
But what I don't understand what this would change. My interest in Pepe, and this is the thing, is that you guys just don't listen to me. I've been telling you guys since the beginning that the team is irrelevant, and the team remains irrelevant. But they have the same amount of relevance as any other member of the public. If you are a whale and you hold a lot of any token or any NFT or any asset, you have that amount of relevance to the potential price action, right? So that's all it is. Like, and who cares? They're just literally holders of a token. That's where their relevance begins and ends. And that's it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in my opinion, I'm more relevant than they are because I have a social impact on what happens with them.
Yeah. I totally agree.
For example, no one knows who these people are. But if I came out on Twitter and started saying all kinds of crazy negative shit or crazy positive shit about this project, I know for a fact from experience that affects the price. You know what I mean? And sure, so does this on-chain activity. So they have that I would say, in addition to being holders, they have this sex wallet or whatever, which my understanding is that it's sort of like, do me a favor when you're not talking, turn your microphone off.
Sorry, man.
They have this sex wallet. So, they have a little bit more of a impact on the thing than like a general member of the public. But the contract is renounced. I don't know, dude. I feel fine about it, and none of my intentions or feelings about anything have changed. But I hope that it's just like, dude, it's the same thing with in a macro market sense. Like, I'd rather that the market crashes and nukes really fast so that it doesn't take 9 months to start going down. You know what I mean? I'm like, let's just get it over with. Let's just fucking chop the head off and move on with it.
Rip the Band-Aid.
The team, I can tell you for a fact, the people behind Pepe are idiots. They're idiots. They're selfish. They're young. They're foolish. They're greedy. They're dumbasses. They're complete dumbasses. Literally, dude, so much of what I'm doing with Pond right now, I just wanted to do. I don't care, who's in control. I just want shit to happen and shit to just be fun and develop and evolve and move. And I was trying to make all this same type of shit happen directly with the Pepe team. But when you're an idiot and you're an egomaniac and you're immature, you can't put your ego out of the equation. Everything is about is this going to be about me? Am I going to have control over this? There was amazing things that we could have done directly with the Pepe team, but they did not want to give me any ability to make things happen because it's just control freak. You know what I mean? Their ego is enmeshed with this idea that we're the creators of this thing that became $1.6 billion. When delusionally, they don't understand that if I wasn't around it, it wouldn't have happened. I'm sure Pepe could have gone somewhere, you know what I mean, if I wasn't around it, but it would not have gone where it went, and that's fine. I don't, that doesn't make me feel any, better or worse as a person. You know what I mean? Most of the people in my real life don't even know that I'm in crypto. I don't care. It is what it is, literally. But like to young people who have no sense of self-worth and no sense of self-esteem, that's like something that's like a core thing that they have within themselves. These are the things that like define them. And they're like, oh, if I let Pauly help make this better, then I'm going to somehow not be able to have this delusion of ownership or control, if that makes sense. And anyways, it's a silly conversation. Let's move on to the next hand. I'm going to skip right on. Let's go to...
Thanks,
yeah, no problem. Let's go to King.
Yo, what's up, Pauly? Yeah, this is Zach. I just looked at your message you put up top with this dude. He's a piece of shit.
I mean, he's just a young idiot. And you know, the thing is like when you're an asshole and you're a selfish person, that's a pattern of behavior. It's not just like some one-off thing, guys. If you don't put your hands up, I don't care who you are. There's no celebrities here. Put your hand up, or I'm going to take you off the stage. It's very simple. I'm not going to say it again. Dude, he's just a young dumbass, and that's why it's funny to show this thing with him violating all of these laws and sanctions and like sacred land and wildlife preserves and all this shit. And I know what that's like. It takes one to know one. I know what it's like to be a person that's selfish and to just justify being like, oh, the rules don't apply to me. The rules apply to everybody, unfortunately. And, you know, young people think that they're invincible and they think that they can do no wrong. And, you know, that always leads to a humiliation and a humbling. So, you know, it is what it is. But there will be consequences for this stuff. And if you have information about Zachary Testa or Billy Options or Ekim222 or Zero Zevia, I encourage you to report them to the SEC. And I included a link to the Office of the SEC whistleblower because, you know, these people are bad actors and there will be consequences for the stuff that they're doing. Pepe is not a legal instrument, unfortunately. It is a security. The way that it was produced and offered to the public is illegal. And these idiots are going to try to do it again. I'm sure they've already done it multiple times since Pepe. But there's reasons that you're not allowed to just do this stuff. And it's so stupid, man. Like, look, I say it all the time. Greed kills. I stand behind that. Guys, there's multiple people on the stage who don't have their hand up. And I have to remove you if you don't have your hand up. Let's go to Win.
Yo, what's good, Pauly? One more thing. You should give me your ETH wallet. I want to send you some Monero. The number one holder of Pepe, he holds it as well. He's pretty bullish too.
I don't care. Thank you though. Let's on to whoever was.
Yeah. What up, Pauly? It's Win.
Hey, go ahead.
So I'm not raising my hand to talk about Pepe. Actually, I wanted to talk about Pon 0x and specifically the gamification of the experience with mining. I know the space moves so fast and the real world moves so fast that we gloss over things that happen. And the way you set that up, such that everybody was panicking and things were getting quote unquote stolen and there's instantly articles and FUD. And the reality is it's to expose bad actors and have fun with it and kind of spit in the face of, what's going on. And I'm hopeful that there's plenty more of that kind of shit to come with spawning and whatever else you have up your fucking sleeve. And that's what I'm most excited about right now. So I hope you keep it up.
Thanks. Let's go to Ahmed.
Hey, Pauly, my friend, long time.
Yes, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I remember like the second day actually I want to talk about the multi-sig. I sent a telegram to this guy, the guy named you just doxed Lord Kick. I was asking him to do the multi-sig because he mentioned on the website.
Let's be clear. I don't even know who Lord Keck LOL is on Twitter. It could be Degen Harambe. I haven't done any research about that, but Lord Keck LOL was Degen Harambe's handle on Telegram, and that handle appears to have been compromised maybe like in the last 10 days because someone literally hit me up on that account and was like, "Hey, I'm trying to exit." Maybe it was real. I don't know, but it seemed like a scam, and I just blocked them immediately. But someone either had his account or they had hit me up on his real account or whatever. I'm saying this poorly. He hit me up on that account and was like, "I want to liquidate my shit. I'll give you a 50% OTC discount." So, I think that he was posting scam links and, dude, I don't know. Anyways, you continue. This shit is so stupid. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
My point for everyone listening is that if you want to sell the fucking sell the tokens. Like, that's fine. I don't care about what the price is. I'm still very bullish on the fundamentals that I see as Pepe and the memetics of it. None of that has changed, and I'm still trying to do things to add value to the ecosystem, and it's still a project that I believe in with long-term high conviction. Does that mean that the price is not going to nuke? I don't fucking know. I don't know, and I don't care. If I cared, I wouldn't tweet the tweet that I tweeted. So, anyways, go ahead, Ahmed.
Yeah, I think all of the many people like you, myself as well. But I'm talking about the multisig. That time when actually I talked to them and they didn't do the multisig, and then after 1 month when maybe Binance asked them to do that, and it's not because this token is for the listing, right? It's all now in the website. It's for listing. It's not for them. So I think you talked with them with Binance. What happens behind the scenes? Like, I think Binance asks for that, and they should do it for maybe with some people in the space. Actually, I talked to you on a space that time to do it with some famous with some names on the space. But it's not for them. It's for listing.
You're asking me to disclose to you things that are happening in private conversations with centralized exchanges? Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, if you can.
Why would I do that? Why would I ever do that? It makes no sense. I intend on remaining a participant in crypto, and why would I disrespect the people that I'm having discussions with by doing something like that? That's an idiotic question, and I'm going to rotate you. You are a listener, not a speaker today. Let's go to Lelouch, because you can't put your hand up, and that's extremely annoying. Maybe you need to update your Twitter. Go ahead.
Hello. I want to say a big thank you for the game you created for us. It's really exciting, and I'm looking forward to new announcements. My question is, can you please share the playlist you're playing on Twitter Spaces?
Dude, I never have a playlist. I just play random music.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
A lot of people ask me for that. There's an app called Shazam that you can use. I use Shazam all the time. Like, if I'm hearing music that I think is good, I'll just put Shazam on it. It will literally listen to the music that you're playing, and it will tell you, usually with 100% accuracy, what the song is called. So I highly recommend that you try Shazam. I don't know if it's a desktop thing, but it's a mobile app for sure. Take a look at Shazam. And I don't have a playlist, unfortunately. So.
Yeah, I just think you have.
It's enough work hosting a room with 1,400 people. I don't have time to write down all my songs. But I'm flattered that you would like to ask. I'm going to go to the next hand. Let's go to Zoink.
Hey, Pauly, what's going on, man? Thanks for having me up. I'm new to your community, but I've been in the bin community for some time, but I'm leaving that community behind and excited to discover what you got going. Heard a lot of great things about Pond and whatnot. Don't know anything about it, but yeah, I used to be on Ben's team, actually, and it's just a lot of drama recently, but wanting to get away from it. So anyway, thanks for having me up here.
Cool. Let's go to, I don't know what the hell the point of was you saying that. Guys, if you want to come up on the stage, please have something relevant to say. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but there's 1,400 people listening here, and quite frankly, I don't give a shit. And neither does anyone in the audience. Like, don't come up here and talk for no reason. Please, for the love of God. It's a lot of work to do this. I have all kinds of other stuff going on. I'm putting in effort, and it's really annoying when you guys don't put an effort to just, like, meet us halfway here, okay? And I know everyone in here agrees with me. Let's go to Kit. Go ahead, Kit.
Hey, yeah, I don't know shit about smart contracts. All I can do is, like, run them through token sniffers. But I saw a tweet 2 hours ago that got, like, 264 impressions, and saying that the Pepe team, they changed the threshold of the multi-sig from 5 out of 8 to 2 out of 8.
Yeah, pin that up top for me, will you? I'm doing too much, but I haven't even verified that myself, but go ahead.
I'll try to pin that after. But I was just wondering if that, like, since they already renounced the contract, from what I understand, is that still possible for them to change something like that, the multi-sig?
The multi-sig has nothing to do with the token contract. The multi-sig is what a multi-sig is it's a wallet. I'll give you the most simple explanation that I can. It's just a wallet. Most wallets require one signatory to like execute a transaction. And there's different systems, like I forget what it's called. I think Safe is like the most popular one. But anyways, it's like these are customizable wallet structures. So you can create a wallet and you could be like, this wallet has like, X amount of crypto in it, but you can't move anything unless there's 5 different wallets that sign on it. So my understanding, without having verified any of this information, I believe Zach XBT verified some of it. But anyways, we're just having an off-the-cuff conversation about it here. Don't take anything as gospel here. Verify it yourself. But my understanding is that they had a multi-sig, meaning multi-signature. They had a multi-signature wallet that required 5 different signatories. And they changed the rule system on that wallet so that it only requires 2 signatories. And now, for those of you who don't understand what that means, it's bearish. It means that they are removing, basically they're removing requirements in order to transfer those funds to an exchange. They're removing requirements in order to sell those funds. So what it looks like is that they're going to dump those tokens. That's what it looks like to me. They're either going to dump them or move them somewhere. And it just, doing that without any public disclosure is wildly unacceptable. It's wildly retarded. It's moronic. It's just a fail. It's a huge fail. And anyone who knows how this shit works will look at that and just be like, what are these fucking dumbasses doing? But that's the thing. That's why it's not a good idea to have stupid, greedy, purple Lamborghini driving 25-year-old kids in charge of, $400, $500 million market cap projects. Or even in some cases, look at SBF. He's like a 30-year-old megalomaniac in charge of like $100 billion exchange. What does he do? He steals everyone's money. Literally. He's like so look at Yuga Labs. You have all these stupid little kids who are like former Harry Potter book editors in charge of a $4 billion company. And what do? They tell you that they're going to build a fucking luxury brand that's feces themed. And then they all abandon the company. There's only one guy left. And he literally was a Harry Potter book editor. So, look, congratulations to those people who were able to achieve a short-lived window of success. But shame on them. And look at them as examples and learn from them. There's a right way to do things and there's a wrong way to do things. And greed kills. And this has nothing to do with crypto. This has nothing to do with finance. This is just a true fact of life, in my experience, is that if you're greedy and you're selfish and you prioritize yourself and your ego and whatever you think you need and you justify it and whatever, you end up sabotaging yourself. So I think that the people who are long-term success figure out a way to be long-term generous and figure out a way to prioritize other people over just themselves. Because if you can have a whole army of people and you take care of all those people, you have a long runway and a long career and potential success in front of you. But these people, Greg Solano, the guy who's president of Yuga Labs, he has to go around the world with a private security guard because he's scared because he knows he's a piece of shit. You know what I mean? So that's all it comes down to. Why are you doing things that if you're doing something that makes you think you need a private security guard, you played yourself. Period. End of discussion.
Yeah, thanks so much for clearing that up about the multi-sig. And mad props on the Pawn Project, man. Shit's dope. Respect. All right.
You know what? The markets are volatile. If crypto wasn't volatile, there wouldn't be 1,500 people in here listening. So it is what it is. If you're new to crypto and you're scared that you bought crypto and the price is going down, that's probably because you bought more than you should have bought. And it's also probably because you didn't take profits when you should have taken profits. There's a reason why I always think it's good practice to take profits when the price is going up like crazy. A lot of people in this room heard me talking about Pepe when it was under $1 million market cap or under $10 million market cap or under 100. Damn near everyone here probably heard me talking about under 100. And then it went to 1.6 billion in a span of less than 3 weeks. And people can't control their emotions. People cannot manage to take profits when they need to take profits because when you start out with $500, and then next thing you know, you're looking at your wallet balance and it's like $85,000, you get greedy. And this is the same thing that's true with anywhere else in the world. It doesn't, like, the same thing happens to Vegas, you know? And Vegas is even more of a trap because they know that you're dumbass. They see you, they watch you at the table. They're like, oh, he just played like 6 hands of blackjack and he's like running hot. Like, he put down $100 and now he's got like 14 grand. They're like, sir, would you like to try the special cognac? You know what I mean? They come up to you and they're like, we have something special for you. You're a high roller. And you're like, God damn right. I'm a high roller, bitch. Give me 2 cognacs, you son of a bitch. And then they're like, and then you know, if you're lucky enough to walk away from the table without giving all your winnings back and then more, and then you don't even have enough money to tip the fucking person who poured you the cognac, if you do leave with 10 grand, then they're like, sir, like, I know you're feeling a little tipsy, but allow me to direct you to the Gucci store and the Louis Vuitton store. It's conveniently located right next to the high-stakes blackjack table. So the whole game is about controlling your emotions. Controlling your emotions and controlling your greed. We're all human beings, and the same mechanisms basically affect us in the same fucking way. We want money, we want shelter, we want food, we want pussy, we want a purple Lamborghini because we think it's gonna get us pussy or whatever the fuck. We're basically all trying to just get the same shit. It's like ants want sugar, bees want honey, we want Lambos and Gucci's or whatever the fuck. You know, it's like all basically the same thing. If you can be one of the few people that controls that drive and that desire, then you can literally leave the casino and you won't be broke. You know? So anyways, that's a long-winded thing.
Thanks again, man. I'll step down, but much love, man. Thank you.
Yeah, guys, I'm not going to remind anyone again. The policy is if you don't have your hand up, you're out of here. So, and I don't care. There's no exceptions. Let's go to Jacob.
Hey, Pauly, how's it going? Yeah, I'm like like, I know people are stupid, and you've made that very clear about, like, being aware at how stupid people can be. But I'm just, like, at this point, after so many months, to just, like, dump from the wallet like that, like I'm just, I'm still kind of flabbergasted at how dumb it is.
Hold on, Jacob. You said that after X amount of time to dump from the wallet. What are you talking about? Did someone dump? When maybe let's explain what dump means. When you use the word dump in this context, what you're saying is sold tokens. Do you have any verification or evidence that someone is selling tokens from the team? Because I would love to know if they are, but I have no idea what you're talking about. You're muted. You have to turn your microphone on, sir. Alrighty. This is going well.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can now that your microphone's on.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, if I just put out wrong information, I apologize. I know there's a lot of wrong information on Twitter. I thought they...
Guy, I don't care if you're my best friend. If you say stupid shit like that, you are straight to the audience, and we're going to reserve the space for speakers who think before they talk. I like to do that because it makes my brain feel good instead of making my brain hurt. We have a repeat dumbass who does not know how to put their hand up. He's out of here. Let's go to Nico.
What's up, Pauly? I think them, moving these tokens around and, from the multi-sig and sending them out to different exchanges, it's kind of, it's going to be bullish at one point because I think it's going to help, Pond, with everything that you have planned. Hopefully, I don't know what it is. I'm not trying to figure out what it is. I'm just going along for the ride. But I think the devs of that project being out of Pepe would be bullish for the entire crypto space. And that's all I got to say. If they got the fuck out, I think.
This is so funny. Big Art Maxi, stop pinning a bunch of shit to the top of my space. Well, you can talk in here. Go ahead.
Bro, doxing someone's the biggest cock behavior that you can do in this space? Like, I know, like, obviously you're a bit jealous that people bought Lamborghinis and shit like that. I get the fucking, you want the liquidity out of Pepe to come into Ponzi. You feel like you're the sole reason that.
Guys, if you want to take a look up at the Jumbotron, you can see that Cax, he's a little passive-aggressive dumbass. He pinned up like 80 different links. It's pathetic. This guy is literally on a burner account because I blocked him on his main account. He's one of those people that is so butthurt about Pauly that he's devoted his entire life to trying to, like, say negative things about me. I don't care about what your opinion is, dude. You're a member of the Peanut Gallery, and it is what it is. Let's move on. Let's go to Ross.
Yeah, hey guys. I think that, Pauline, if I'm wrong here, I think that having a founder like yourself and someone who helped drive Pepe to a $1.6 billion market cap, if people will sit back and look, like these dumbasses, this big art or cats, whoever just did that spam post, well, look that you have a founder that cares, a founder that doesn't own any of his token because he doesn't, for multiple reasons that you have. That's bullish for this project. And also, it's like spawning has not even happened yet. I think these are good, and I think if people would, also.
I don't care. Let's move on. Let's go to Wolfie. Go ahead.
Oh, snap. Yo, first of all, I thought, I was waiting for you to start banging that North. Look, check this out.
I'm trying to stay safe.
Right, yo, don't download this man's playlist. You will get shot. Look, in regards to flexing, right, and you have, the creators of whatever, and I'll touch on the whole SEC thing because it's actually pretty wild about that. Number one, this dude, being young, I don't think they understand. Like, you kind of see it like when people don't come from money, right? And they start doing all this bullshit and they start getting brazen. Look at the reality. You got crypto bros that end up in duffel bags and people getting got in Beverly Hills in broad daylight. Like, you don't want to be a target. You don't want to be a target. But now you're a target in the whole crypto sphere, right? Like, especially Pepe. And Pepe's like, fuck. Like, yo, when I seen it cross over $1 billion, I was like, nah, this is unreal. This is surreal. But then I hear about they didn't even pay the creator. Well, that's just fucked up. Right there, that right there, it kind of shows like volume. It speaks volumes that it's all greed, right? And you can't do that. You can't get away with something that is so transparent. That's why I tell folks, I say, you know what, crypto's pretty dope. Why? Because in the stock world, motherfuckers hide. They hide from these market makers. They hide behind all this shit, but you cannot hide on Etherscan. Somehow, some way, it will come back to you, right? Look at Friendtech, for example. Friendtech fucking, you dox yourself just going on that bullshit. And guess what? All the bullshit that you're going to be doing is going to come right back to you. This is why, and it's